All right, let's get started. So we're gonna start at the back of the mat, just kneeling here, a comfortable position, hands just resting on our knees. We're just gonna tilt our chin in towards our chest and do a few head rolls here from one side to the next, rotating the head around and back around and to center. Reaching our arms above our head, inhale deeply. Hands come together, tilt over to the left side. Inhale to center and over to the right. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, tilt over to the left. Back to center, inhale, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Just drop those hands back down, and we're gonna come over onto all fours. So wrists are under shoulders, our hips are just over our knees. We're gonna roll into a cat-cow position here. Inhale, open that chest, and exhale, curl that spine in, belly button comes back. Inhale, open, and exhale, curl. Inhale, articulate the spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way in and out. Flowing that spine, getting some movement here. And then go ahead and tuck those toes under, lift those hips up nice and high here into a downward dog. So pedal out your feet here, get a nice stretch in the hamstrings. We're trying to bring our chest close towards our knees and bring those heels down to the mat. And we're gonna come back into a plank. So roll yourself into a plank here. So you wanna make sure that those shoulders are on top of the wrists, just holding here. Drop that right knee down and bring it back to center. So dropping each knee from one side to the next, from left to right. Just tap the knee and bring it back to center. So we're trying to keep the hips nice and level here the whole time. Tap from one to the next. Try not to dip those hips too low. One side to the next. Come down to chaturanga, bring those elbows in. Inhale, open that chest up. Shoulders back, feel a nice stretch in the front side of the body here. And exhale, we'll come back into that downward facing dog. Hips come up nice and high. Stretch that chest down, pedal out those feet. And we're gonna bring those feet in a little bit closer. Roll yourself back into that plank position and bring those hips straight back up. So roll into plank and exhale, bring those hips straight up. Plank and up. Plank and up. If this is too difficult, drop the knees, no problem. A few more here. Bring those hips all the way up. And we're gonna walk our feet towards the front of the mat. Just holding on to opposite elbows here, getting a nice deep stretch in the lower back. Hang the head, you can rock side to side. And drop those hands down. We're gonna bring the bum all the way down to the mat and roll all the way back onto our backs here. So bringing our knees just close to our bum, we're gonna reach our hands down and root ourselves on the mat, bringing our hips all the way up into a high bridge here. The high bridge position, we wanna make sure that there's no pressure in our neck. There's a little bit space between our chin and our chest. We're gonna roll those hips all the way down and roll them straight back up. So we're trying to articulate the spine as we roll all the way down to the mat and then roll all the way back up. So keep the weight distributed in both arms. The weight is in the heels. Keep the chest open, the shoulder blades down. Lift those hips up and roll them back down. This time we're gonna lift them up and we're gonna just march our right leg up. So keep the weight in the left side and then switch sides. So we're gonna switch from right and left, just marching those knees in and back down. So the whole time our hips are lifted nice and high here. Trying to keep those glutes engaged. Bring that knee in and back down. Back to the right and back down. You can put the weight in the forearms and in the hands here to keep those hips high. And back down, we'll roll ourselves back down. And this time we're gonna lift our hips all the way up Bring our hips all the way up, and we're gonna drop them right back down. So instead of articulating, we're just lifting and lowering, up and down. Keep going here. Keep squeezing the glutes on the way up, and keep them engaged on the way down. Trying to get them up a little bit higher every time. Awesome job. Hold here. Tiny pulses now, up an inch and down an inch, keeping the glutes engaged the whole time. Squeeze up and down, up and down. Keep going. And we're gonna drop the hips from side to side, almost like you're dancing here. So one hip drops and the other. Half circles of the hips here. From side to side. Keep squeezing. Left to right. Awesome job. Keep going. Squeeze up one more inch, a little bit higher. Hold here. And release. Drop those hips all the way down. Hug in those knees. Give yourself a nice big hug. Bring that chin towards them. Big hug here, and release those knees back down. Feet come back down. We're gonna work on the abdominals now. So hands are just gonna reach above our head, and we're gonna work into the Pilates 100, the beginner exercise here. Reach your hands above our head, inhale them up towards the sky, and exhale, curl yourself. So we're trying to look and keep our gaze in between our thighs, and we're gonna pump our arms up and down. So the palms are facing down, and we're pumping the arms up and down. So using the breath here, we're gonna inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. We wanna keep pumping the arms, keep those abdominals engaged, and lower down. Awesome job. Inhale, reach those arms towards our feet, and we're gonna curl ourselves up and lower down. Curl up and lower down. So we're reaching those hands towards our feet and lower down. Reach up, curl, exhale down. Keep going. Keep that belly button towards your spine, pulling it in. Inhale and exhale. Keep reaching towards those feet. Hold and pulse. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the breath nice and short here. Inhaling and exhaling. Use the breath. Use those arms. Keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. You got this. Gaze comes in between the thighs. Hold and release. Awesome. So hands now we'll just bring out behind our head. So elbows are wide. Keep a small gap between the chin and the chest. Curl up and down. So just some abdominal curls here. We're curling up and down. Gaze comes between the thighs every time. Belly button to spine. Awesome job. Small movements here and controlled. This time we're gonna tilt over to the right. So elbow comes over to the right, back down and up, over to the left. So we're just going from side to side here, bringing our head back down and over to the other side. So curl up, twist, center, down, curl, twist, back to center and down. Keep going, other side. Keep going from right to left. And again, curl, lower down, and down. Okay, this time we're gonna bring our left leg up to tabletop, right leg up to meet it. You can keep your legs down if you'd like. Continue with that last sequence, or start curling up here with your legs in tabletop. Legs, knees should be just above your hips. We're curling all the way up and down. So from here, we're gonna just toe tap each leg and back down. So toe tap, right leg down, left leg down, head comes down, curl up and down. So from right tap, left tap, curl up another inch and exhale down. And again, from right, tap, left, tap, curl up and lower down. Keep going, switching from right and to left, trying to keep that belly button towards the spine the whole time. And again, lower down. Bring our hands out now to a T. We're just going to tilt our knees over to the right and back to center. So windshield wipe bringing our knees from side to side. Bringing your arms out into a T position will help maintain some stability here. But we're using the abdominals to bring those legs all the way back up. Keep tilting, trying to keep those knees together, those legs together the whole time. Right and left, this is working the obliques. So you can stay here or you can straighten those legs and try tilting from one side to the next. This will increase the difficulty. Do whatever feels good here. Try to keep those hips rooted on the mat. Keep going from right and left. One more and hold and bring the nose knees in. Give yourself a nice big hug. So from here, we're gonna do a rolling like a ball exercise. Roll yourself up to the front of the mat. So hands are just gonna come on top of the feet here. We're gonna keep ourselves in one big ball. So bring those toes up and we're gonna exhale, roll back and forward. So we wanna make sure we don't roll too far onto our necks. Just maintain a nice small ball here. This is a good massage for the back, but using those abdominals to bring you straight back up. So when you come up, try and balance yourself. Don't let those feet touch the ground. Hold here. Holding onto the right knee, we're gonna lower back and we're gonna do some switch here. Single leg switch and switch. So opposite leg here. So the outside hand is on the outside ankle. We're gonna hold and switch and switch. Pulse and switch. Keeping those abdominals pulled in this whole time here. Hold those knees in and reach the arms and legs out. Inhale and exhale around the world. Arms reach out, legs reach out. Keep going here. Coming into the scissors. Left leg comes in, right leg out. Hold and switch. Hold and switch. Trying to keep those legs as straight as possible. Speeding it up here from left to right. Scissor switch. Left and right. You got this. Keep going. Keep those abdominals engaged. One last exercise here. Hold those legs up. Hands behind the head. We're going to drop those legs down. Exhale. Bring them back up. Keep going down. Exhale up. Keep pulling down. Reach down. And last time here. Awesome job. Bring those knees in. Arms reach out. Reach those legs nice and long. Stretch those arms above their head. We're going to work on the roll up here. Reaching those arms above our head, reach them to the sky and curl up. If this is difficult, bend the knees, not a problem. Reach up and curl back down. Okay, so from here, reaching all the way up towards those feet. Stack that spine and curl all the way down. Want to maintain a C curve in the spine, and as we roll down one vertebrae at a time every time. Awesome job. Keep going. Roll up and down. Curl and roll all the way up and back down. Awesome job. This time reaching all the way up. Nice big stretch. Stack that spine. And we're going to come rolling down to our lower back here, so not all the way down. Arms are reaching forward. Inhale here. We're going to reach our arm over to the right and back to center. So we're trying to keep that curl spine, C curve in the spine the whole time. Reaching from left to right. And again, bring those hands back to center. We're going to reach them above our head. Karate chops up and down. Up and down. Try and maintain that curve in the spine. Reach up and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Awesome job. All right, we're going to roll over onto our sides and work the glutes. Give those abdominals a little bit of a break. So from here, we're gonna just bend our bottom leg, and we're gonna keep our top leg long. We're gonna do some leg lifts. So our front hand can be supporting us, and just make sure that our elbow is underneath our shoulder. So reach that leg up and down, keep that foot flexed and not too high. So we want to make sure that our hips are stacked and we're keeping the engagement in the glutes. Do some circles here, reverse circles. So imagine drawing a circle with your big toe, point the toe, keep circling that toe and reverse. So it's small circles, small and controlled. Keep going, keep circling that leg. Next, we're gonna bend that knee in towards the chest and push it away. So we wanna pretend like we're pushing through cement or swimming here. So using resistance to engage the glutes as much as possible here. Knee comes in and out, in and out. We wanna make sure that leg stays level. Okay, and now we're just gonna do some small leg lifts here, pulsing the leg up and down, small and controlled, and bring that knee in, coming over onto our stomachs, reach those arms and legs all the way out. So we're gonna do opposite arm and leg lift, reach up and down, and switch sides. Arm lifts and leg lifts. Keep that gaze on the mat, lift and lower. This time reaching the arms and legs all the way up, all four up, and opposite arm, opposite leg, swim those arms and legs up and down, side to side, swimming through water here. Keep the glutes engaged, keep the chest up, speed it up a little bit, keep going, hold, and release. We're gonna just stretch that out in a child's pose. Keep those knees nice and wide. Chest comes in between the knees, forehead towards the mat, reach those arms forward. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release. Switching sides now, we're gonna come over and do the other leg. So just line yourself up the same as before, bend that bottom leg, top leg is long. We're gonna lift that leg and lower it. So leg lifts to begin. So this whole time we wanna make sure that our abdominals are engaged. So our lower abdominals are engaged this whole time. Lift and lower. Keep lifting, keep that foot flexed here. Lift and lower, up and down. Squeeze the glute. Abdominals engaged here. We're gonna point the toe and work on those small leg circles. Reversing the circle to start. Going around and around. Keep circling, drawing small circles with the toe, and reverse. Controlled movement here. Start feeling a little fire in the bottom of the glutes there. That means it's working. And we're gonna bend that knee and reach that leg out. Bend and straighten. Keep that foot flexed here. Using resistance. That front hand can be supporting you, but keeping those hips nice and stacked here. In and out, in and out. Keep going. We're gonna just work on those little leg lifts. The pulse is up and down, up and down. Keep going. And bring that knee in. Coming back onto our stomachs now. Reaching those arms above us here. Bringing those elbows towards the rib cage now. We're just gonna do a nice stretch here for the front body. Inhale, open that chest, and exhale back down. Finishing off the glutes here. So we're gonna come back onto all fours, opening that right knee out and back to center. So that knee is coming up to about hip height. And we're opening that leg out and in, out and in. Squeeze the glutes here. Keep going. Next, we're gonna straighten the leg out behind us. We're gonna bring the toes from left to right, trying to tap those toes from one side to the next. Keep those hips nice and level here. Abdominals are still engaged the whole time. From left to right, and back to center. Bringing that knee in and coming over to the left side. Open that knee out and in. Open the leg. Knees come apart and together. And again. Straightening the leg out behind us and chopping those toes from left to right now. Making sure we're not wobbling at the hips too much here. Small, like half circle here, half rainbow. Left and right. Bring those knees back in. And we're going to come back into that plank position with our wrists under our shoulders. Keep your knees down if you'd like. If you'd like to increase the difficulty, lift one leg and the next. So lifting from right to left. Lift up. Squeeze the glutes here. Keep that core engaged. Tilting over to one side here. We're going to reach that left arm all the way up. Nice stretch. Drop those hips down and bring them back up. Down and up. Drop that bottom knee if this is too difficult. Drop those hips and lift them back up. You got this. Coming back to center, switching sides now. Come over onto the other side, side plank. Drop those hips and lift them up. Reach that hand above your head. Keep going. Lift up and down, coming back to that plank. Hold that plank here. Keep those hips nice and low. Hold. And exhale. We're gonna bring those hips all the way back up into that downward dog and just come back into a seated position. One last stretch here. Reach those arms above our head. Tilt yourself over to the right side. Feel a nice stretch in the side body. Inhale and exhale. Back to center, over to the other side now. Feel a nice stretch. Inhale back to center. Reach those arms above our head and back down. Inhale, reach. Arms, hands come together. Hands come down to heart prayer. Just take a moment here to thank yourself for doing this for your body, for your mind, and for your soul. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I will see you again tomorrow.